And welcome back for another edition, and hopefully something very valuable for you to help you sell your property within 7 days. And this is going to be a pretty cool little technique that you can use that'll give you big results. And so, again, it's selling your property in 7 days, even if you're overpriced by 20%. And what we're going to talk about in this particular blog post is what I call the auction strategy. And others who have been in the game for a long time use the same strategy in selling their property, and specifically when you're selling the property on terms. So in this particular blog post and in this particular exit strategy, we're going to look at a rent to own, a lease option, and how to sell it again in 7 days. And even if you overprice it by 10 to 20%, 20% I would say being the max that you want to go. So as you scroll down this blog post, you'll see more details that you can read about, and you can even get more information as well about how we do all of this in conjunction with other techniques that really give you your full asking price without you having to pay any fees or commissions at all ever to an agent. And nothing against agents, we love agents, but this is for folks that just either don't have the equity or do have the equity to pay an agent but don't want to. And so the way this works is you first want to make sure that you price your property correctly as always, but specifically when doing this, you want to focus on the rental amount. And I've given you a couple of takeaways here that you can look at down at the bottom, specifically, that'll talk about how how important it is that you price the rental amount not above market but at market. And I know that there are lots of different articles and things that you can read about online that'll tell you that you should add another 100 or 200 bucks to your rental amount and then apply that towards the purchase price over the lease term, which is typically going to be 1 to 3 years. I don't recommend that because I think that you're just going to succeed in overpricing your home, and that's it. Because your typical tenant buyer doesn't understand why they're paying $100 or $200 more a month for your home, um, even though you could very well have some justification. I don't think that you should make your money that way. I think that you can make money in different ways in doing these deals, but I think that's just going to overprice you. Your home's going to sit on the market, and ultimately you're going to have to lower the price anyway. And now you've got a stigma attached to your home that the home was overpriced. So the way to get a lot of people bidding on your property is to set the rental price correctly, but you can always ask 10 to 20% above market when you're selling on terms. So when you're giving 1 to 3 years time for the tenant buyer to qualify to buy your home with a bank, you can always ask to be compensated about 10 to 20% above market in exchange for them getting time. So they're going to pay a higher premium in exchange for that time. And generally speaking, what's going to stop folks from being able to qualify for a home when they're buying rent to own is usually going to be their credit has issues. Let's go back down here to the takeaway. Their credit has issues. Obviously, they've got to be able to demonstrate that they're in a good position today. So any issues they had with their credit need to be in the past, and they need to have at least 12 to 24 months of good financial strength to where they're able to show, hey, I've been able to make my payments on time. The challenges I had were in the past, and now I'm in a better position today. And so that gives you a little bit more comfort in allowing them to do this type of deal with you. Not to mention the fact that you're going to ask for an option fee, which you can learn about by entering your name and email address in here, and how to get what's called an option fee down payment, which is non-refundable, and how we do that as well. So you can visit these sites right here as just a couple. There's many other sites, but these are free sites where you can get a gauge for what your rental amount should be. And then once you've got your rental price set, and of course your purchase price set, you want to set one day for 1 hour only to do your open house after you've gotten some pretty good response. So just know that 1 out of 4 people will actually show up when they say they'll show up. Everybody else will commit and promise you they're going to show up, but only 1 out of 4 typically do. So once you've got a good response, let's say you start on a Monday, and within 3 or 4 days, you've got a lot of people calling and saying, yeah, I'll come on a Saturday or a Sunday. Schedule for 1 hour on a Saturday or Sunday and have them all come out at the same time, have them all see each other. And that is the simplest way to get your full asking price, even if it's 20% over the current market pricing, and how to sell the property within 7 days or less.